Join us, MrTruck.com, for truck reviews, trailer reviews, and accessory reviews.
Don't go away, MrTruck.tv. We'll be right back.
Mr. Truck here with another review. This time I'm changing oil. We do truck reviews, trailer reviews, accessory reviews, and I sell accessories for your truck and your trailer. But we're doing an oil change on my Honda 500 Pioneer. This is the second time I've changed it, and it'll probably be the last. I think I'll hire someone to do it. It'll almost be easier to take the engine out and change oil than what this thing makes you do. But anyway, holds 3.2 quarts of oil. And has a little cartridge filter, which is very hard to get to. You got to take the seat cushions out, take pieces of plastic out, 100 pop pins out, and it's quite the deal. But that's what it takes. I might have to hire it done next time. I'm getting too old for this much messing. I have changed oil from bulldozers to backhoes, from farm tractors to diesel tractors. Never had this complicated an oil change before. But anyway, gotta get it done. My little light's coming on. And I gotta read through the manual to see how to reset that little wrench button that shows me it's time to change oil. But, oh well, we'll get her done. That's what it's all about. Well, here, when I changed oil in the Ranchers, this Honda, it's a 420 four-wheel drive, all I do is pop the seat off, pop the cowling around the gas tank off, and I can get to everything, and in 15 minutes I'm done changing the oil. But no, not on the Pioneer. On the Pioneer, you have to actually, well, the memory comes back. One logical thing that makes sense is taking this bottom cushion off, and it just pops loose, I think. Pop that big giant thing out. And there, oh, there's the manual. I wonder where I put the manual. And there looks like the main computer. And then I think I have to take this piece of plastic out. I'm gonna look at the manual, but I know it's not easy. I think this is where my tools and stuff are. So, I'll take this strap off. Nothing easy about this oil change. Yeah, at least I can get out where I can read the manual. Oh, look at that. The mice have found me. I thought maybe they hadn't. They got into my son's rancher. We had to change the battery in it. They didn't do any damage. They just built a nest in there. Maybe they like Hondas, so they don't go crazy and tearing stuff up. Yep, I'm going to read the manual. And then I'm pretty sure I have to pop all this stuff here out, because I've done this before. Can't say I enjoyed it. And this is all on the passenger side. Look over on the driver's side. Yeah, there's my tool kits, and there's that tool. If you can't get it to pop in the gear on this electric transmission, you use that tool. But look, the mice have been here. Isn't that sweet? Well, as usual, I'm wrong. You got to take both the bottom seat and the top seat out. And it says to push down on it. I guess I can't just push down on it. I got to push down real hard. But yeah, and I know on that side, on the driver's side, that's where the dipstick is, but I always reach it through the fender well, so I guess that'd make it easier to add oil. So we're going to try to follow instructions and see how much of this plastic crap we have to take out in here. Because I know you got to take that dust cover off right there to get to that dipstick this side, so it's not quite that easy. Nothing to taking the drain plug out. It's 17 millimeter. A deep socket, and it came right out, no problem. I'm not going to climb under the truck and try to get my hands all oily on the camera trying to show you how it came out of the plug. You can figure this out. But I can't figure out is how much oil this cut and pick contain holds. I looked through all the manual. There's some special hidden page that you got to use some special handshake to get to. I think it's a couple, but anyway, I'll figure that out. Okay, the oil's about drained. I'm going to wait for my son to get a special tool to take those little clips off. I bought 100 of those clips in a bag because these Hondas are covered in those little clips. I guess it's a quick way of doing it, pain in the butt, but if you have the right tools, it's fast. So that's how I had to do the Ranchers. I had little clips holding the cowling on behind the fuel tank. And I guess, you know, this cover where I need to get to for the oil filter has 3 Phillips screws, and then I don't know, 100 of the clips, whatever it is. But I did read through the manual. I went through page, and I've actually found it on page 215, and it with a new filter, new oil, it shows 3.2. So I'll try not to go over that because it's a pain in the butt to drain some oil back out. So I'll be really careful doing that. Now my theory too, I'm thinking, since oil changes are such a pain in the butt on this Pioneer, maybe I can get by next time with doing a synthetic oil and see if I can go twice as long. I'll have to ask somebody important about that because that would solve some of my problems. And I love to solve my problems. Yes, finally, I cut out all 100 pins or whatever there is, and you just tip it over because you don't want to mess with the wiring harness or that computer. But lo and behold, way down there is a cover. So all you can do is take the pieces off and try to get it together. And you won't even see some of the stuff you're working on. Real pain in the butt, Honda. Hopefully you can see in there. There you go. It's a bag of about 100 of these clips. And you may be able to reuse most of them, but not all the time. You may need them in the field, in the trail. So that's what I did, put in my old cigar bag. So I'm ready to fix these Hondas, ATVs and side-by-sides. Well, there's the cover. 3 bolts holding on. A big washer, gasket and O-ring. And there's a little one that goes right there. But anyway, so you got 2 O-rings to put on it. That's what it looks like. And then the filter goes in there, and there's a spring in there on the inside toward the engine. And you put the filter on. This kit, the filter kit, comes with this washer for your drain plug, which I never understood how a steel washer does much at all, but it must be a little bit of a curvature, and maybe it compresses a little bit, but that's what you get, and you get this new filter. That goes against the spring, and this side is where the oil goes through. Yep. You got to take all that stuff off to get to the oil filter, but this side is where you get to it to add oil, check your dipstick. Well, at least that's one way of getting to it. You got to take this rubber flap off. It's got 2 little tabs in the back and 2 push pins in the front. Honda must buy push pins by the millions because it takes a lot of them on these. Let's see if I can even see in there. Oh yeah, see right in there? You go front of the rear tire, on the fender, and get way in there, and you probably can see it now. There is the dipstick. And at least you can reach it here, maybe add a little bit of oil if you have to, but if you want to change oil, you got to go in from the top. Yep, got the little rubber flap out of the way. You can take the back tabs off and get it clear off, but see way down there, that's their dipstick. Way down there. It takes probably 2.5 feet of funnel just to reach it. So I'm going to show you the funnel now. Yep, I found the longest funnel they had at Walmart. Hopefully you can see it going all the way down in there. There that puppy is. All the way down. At least this one reaches up so you can actually just pour it from up here. Otherwise it's horrible to be down on your knees trying to pour these quarts in. And I learned too, I'm never going to buy a 5-gallon jug again because you only need 3 quart, 3.2, and 4 quarts means you got to guess on that last one. So I'm just going to get quarts and individually pour them in there. It's going to be so much better. And just top off for the 1 over 3. So, oh, this is exciting. So much fun. Never again, maybe. For flag poles, like in Utah, Moab and all that, you're required to have these flags. And so we've always had them. But they're good. I like the idea. I'm going to put one on my Jeep too. But we've always had just the screw-in bottom This one here is just taped in, but these bend. You can see the fiberglass gets all weird because you're always just bending them over when we load or put them in buildings. But now, and that's a 1/4-inch rod on that one. But I found one that's 5/16 rod. Much better, stronger. And here's the key. It's this little reciprocal that it goes into. All you do is twist this, the pliers or a wrench, and then that's loose. So I dropped this one down so we can drive it in the building easier. We put it in trailers, I'll probably just take the whole thing off, and all I gotta do is loosen this up and pull the rod out. That is so cool, my new flag. I get some more ordered. But we always like to be safe when we're flying over the rocks and the hills, make sure the guy on the other side of the hill can see us. But yeah, that's so cool. It's much better than just sticking it in there, tightening up and be done with it. This, all you have to do is bottom nut is tight, and then you just loosen this up enough to get it out or slide it down like I did here. So I still have clearance, and it's out of the way, clearance. Cool. Here's some more of our ATV side-by-side product reviews. Finally, got her done, as they say in the cable business. And it was about, like I was talking earlier, my ranchers, it's 15 minutes. Pull the cowling, pull the seat, right there it is. On this, it's at least an hour because of all the things you got to take apart to get to it. And even the dipstick is buried deep in there. They have a little piece of rubber over underneath the seat after you take it out where you can get to the dipstick. And that's where you do need to do that if you're changing oil, so you can put the funnel all the way down there, 3 feet to reach it. Normally I just reach inside the back end between the tire fender and the frame, and I can get in there and check the oil, but not for changing the oil. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hit some like buttons, do all that fun stuff, tell all your friends that can watch it. But watch me suffer and you'll see what I mean. So next time we'll do it again.
If you have a short bed truck, you know it's not easy to hook up to a gooseneck. Pop-Up came out with these extensions from 9 inches to 16 inches to keep you from breaking out your back window when you're pulling a gooseneck trailer. And everybody uses a short bed. That's the most proper truck there is a crew cab short bed. So protect that window.